Hi everyone, this is Pure Maths and we are looking at intersection of straight lines and circles. We've got two problems here to look at. The first one says that find the coordinates of the points where the circle x minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 45 meets the x-axis. Now we have this equation of a circle and they want you to find the points, the coordinates of the points where this circle meets the x-axis. There is no point for us to draw it, to sketch it, more or less. We don't require that. But what do you understand from this question? If they ask you this type of question, to find a point where the circle meets the x-axis, where they meet the circle and the x-axis, what happens there? When the two meet at that point on the x-axis, it means there is no y-axis on that position. The y-axis doesn't exist there. Therefore, the y-axis is 0 at that point. If the circle meets the y-axis at certain point, it means the x-axis is 0 at that point. It's only the y-axis that exists. So since here we are asked to find the coordinate of the point where this circle meets the x-axis, it means the y component is 0. Therefore, from this equation here, x minus 1 all squared plus y minus 3 all squared, since this circle meets the x-axis, that's point where it meets the x-axis, y-axis is 0. So the y here is going to be 0 minus 3 all squared equals 45. This is the equation we need. From here, you know what to do next. You can expand this equation. You will get a quadratic equation because of the square here. Then you solve the quadratic equation. You can easily find the coordinates of the points where the circle meets the x-axis. Now, let's carry on. Now, this one here, we expand it here, x minus 1. You get x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus, this is 9. Because 0 minus 3 all squared, you get minus 3. You squared minus 3, you get 9. So this is plus 9 equals 45. So I want to say 1 plus 9. This gives us 10. So now we bring in this 45 over. So it's going to be plus 10 minus 45 is going to be minus 35 for this number. So we have x squared minus 2x minus 35 equals 0. Now we go to a quadratic equation to solve. So quickly, we'll solve this by factorization method. You find two factors. You find the factors of 35 minus 35. That is, you're going to find two numbers, which when you multiply those two numbers, you get minus 35. But those same two numbers, when you add them up, you get minus 2. So let's see. We have minus 35 here. What are the factors of 35? Is 5 times 7. Gives you 35, but we'll go minus. So one of them got to be minus. So if we put minus on the 7, so it's going to be 5 times minus 7 is minus 35. So now we have minus 2 here. Don't forget. So which two numbers here? These two numbers, if you add them up, plus 5 minus 7, you get minus 2. That is what you want. If you multiply both of them together, 5 times minus 7, you get minus 35. You know how to do this. This is quadratic equation. I'm just trying to explain so that for the benefit of those who don't know this method. So your factors are 5 and minus 7. Now, you can put it here, 5x squared minus, now you're looking at this, forget about this one now, this minus 2, you're breaking it up as 5 and 7, 5 and minus 7. So 5 plus x plus 5x, now minus 7x minus 35 equals 0. What you have done here, if you add this plus 5 minus 7, you get minus 2. You get this minus 2. This minus 5 is still here. So now let's factor. We'll take these 2 and these 2. Yeah? So now you have x into x plus 5. You have minus, this minus now. 7 into x. Because of the minus sign, we're going to affect this. So this minus sign will now change to plus. 5 equals 0. So now you got here x plus 5 as one factor and x minus 7. X minus 7 all equals 0. Correct? So you now have either x equals to minus x plus 5 equals 0 or x minus 7 equals 0. This implies x equals minus 5 and this implies x equals 7. So these are the factors of the coordinates of x, coordinate of the points where the circle with the x-axis. It's x minus 5 and x equals to 7. So for this one, x is minus 5, therefore it's going to be minus 5 and y is 0. And this one here, x is 7 and y is going to be 0. So these are the coordinates of the points where the circle meets the x-axis. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.